The wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
Throwing on second down, Watson, and he's got this to Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Fielded at the 33, and he goes out right around the 39. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Faking the give, now Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Fields throw complete here to Komet.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here's Chandler.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air. And
now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Anthony Schwartz,
45 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On first down, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On second down, Cook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
One play action. Fields. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score
Now Chandler.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Watson, option left. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Pratt. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Fields got an open man in Schwartz.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 7, Watson to Jefferson on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll dump this off to Cook. Nifty move. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he finds Ross, right side, it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To throw is Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Again, Fields.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Now Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Watson. And this is Cook with a grab. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 12.
Fields.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try to take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pratt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
Cook up the gut. And he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Now Watson going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
And that, Charles, you have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly. Because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Back to throw. Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Fields now to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Watson now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
63 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Cook again.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Out of the gun, Watson.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try the middle with Cook. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them. But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
To throw, Watson.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
play with my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting.